Hey, this is Simon from Department Marketing. Thanks for taking a look at this video. This is called the 9 common mistakes with Google AdWords, and in it we're just going to go through 9 of what we think are probably the most simple and basic mistakes that people make when setting up their campaigns. So let's get into it. Controlling daily budget. We see this time and time again with people hitting their daily budget every single day. They often mistake this to mean that their campaign is going well and that they must have done a good job and things are ticking along nicely. What it generally means, if they're hitting their daily budget every day, is that the ads are showing to a point and then they stop showing. So they're leaving free traffic on the table, basically. Generally, in this occasion, we will edge the daily budget higher and then lower the keyword cost per click bid price until we're now spending about the same per day on average, but we're getting cheaper clicks and overall a lot more traffic for the same daily spend. Too many keywords in one ad group. If you wish to have the highest possible click-through rate and quality score, you need to be either getting your keywords into the ad copy or having ads that are super relevant for the particular keywords in the campaign. So when you have a category or group of ad keywords in an ad group that aren't performing as well, pull them out and put them in their own group with their own specific ads that you can test on those. This is called peel and stick. Doing the quality score and the click-through rate at the same time. Not split testing multiple ads. There are 3 rules to online marketing, and that's test, test, and test. Always make sure you're playing king of the hill with your ads. You can do this by setting up 2 ads in each of your ad groups. Then in your campaign settings, you can allow Google to optimize the delivery, so they're sending traffic to the ad that has the greater click-through rate, or you can have them evenly distribute the traffic so you can find out quicker which one is working better. Here is our sneaky tip. The way we do this is we will have 3 ads in the ad group and then we'll set it up to evenly split the traffic. Now, what we do is 2 of the ads are the control, so the original ad, and then the third is a new ad trying to beat the existing one. What this means is 66% of the traffic will go to the original control, or the winner, from the first test, and 33% goes to the new ad we've just written. Another benefit of this method is that after some traffic has passed through, you can tell if your data is statistically relevant when you see the click-through rates of the 2 control ads are around the same, or are very close. You can then tell if your third ad is the winner or not. Not utilizing the image ads. Google is expanding their business and you're expanding yours. You should be taking advantage of all of their advertising networks. This includes the image ads as well. Not as many people are doing it as normal text ads, so the competition's generally it's less, and they can greatly help with companies that are trying the brand. You're getting your brand before people's eyes and not necessarily having to pay for it. Also generally have calls to action on your image ads that Google will not allow in their text ads. This brings us to the sneaky tip number 2. Set up image ads on a cost per click basis, and on a large banner ads, drive traffic to a phone number. You will not have to pay anything to Google for a customer that saw your image and phone you from the banner ad itself. So you can have a call to action that goes to the phone instead of pushing for a click. And you can be picking up new customers and prospects without people even having to click on anything. Allowing auto bids for the content network. You need to take control of your advertising. If you allow Google to charge you top dollar, they generally will. Set separate bids for your content traffic by setting manual bidding. Generally, traffic from the content network isn't actually looking as much as search traffic is. They're not typing in something to try and find your service. They've just stumbled upon your ad. So normally the conversions of this type of traffic will be lower. Not cutting the fat. Initially, when you set up a campaign, you should be building a large keyword list and then driving your clicks to that, your first clicks to that. All along, you should be tracking and conversion tracking where possible. Once you've collected your initial data, you can make the decision of which keywords are working and which ones aren't, or which ones are just on the border and need a little bit more work. Just cutting the keywords that don't convert can make a previously non-profitable campaign become profitable. Making changes too early. So you think you've found a winner with your new ad, but not necessarily. If you put your money on lucky number 13 on a roulette table, and let's say in the first 4 rolls it comes up 3 times, does that mean in the future that 13 is going to come up 75% of the time? Of course not. You can only make decisions about these types of things once you've collected enough data. So let things run their course before you make any further changes. Looking back at sneaky technique number 1, this becomes easy because you can see when 2 ads have become statistically relevant. But there are also tools online to check whether you have enough data to be statistically relevant. Don't make changes until you know 100%. Not recording what you've changed. It's all fine and dandy to be continually beating your ad in the beginning. But if you consistently want to make improvements down the track, recording what you've done already is critical. The consequence of this is wasting time and money to test things that you've already tested in the past, but you wouldn't remember because you haven't saved it. Even I was guilty of this in the early days of doing Google AdWords. I'd write a new ad by editing an old one. What you should do is delete the old one and create a new ad. Google is nice enough to save the ones you've deleted, so you can always go back and look at them at their data to be able to compare. They can even offer you inspiration, as you may see an idea that perhaps it wasn't executed properly back in the past, but you could do it differently now. So always make sure you leave a trail of what you've done and keep moving forward that way. Not using website optimizer. Split testing your ads is only half of the puzzle. If you really want to make the most out of your pay-per-click, you need to improve your site and your advertising together. Improving the page visitors come to improve your quality score and your conversion ratio and your cost per conversion all at the same time. Converting traffic at a higher rate also means that you can pay more per click and continue to take over and dominate your market. So make sure you're testing and improving your site and your ads at the same time. Getting a good conversion rate also lets you bail out with AdWords use newer features like their conversion optimizer, which allows you to set a cost per action instead of a cost per click, and is smart enough to track when during the day and the week your conversion is best, so you're only paying to display your ads during the time of the day. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this has given you some good ideas about your own AdWords campaigns, and maybe if you're just starting, how to set it up properly and move forward. Cheers.